Let's talk about double dotted rhythms. Notice this first note here is a quarter note with two dots after it. Whenever we have two dots after a note, the note is 1 3/4 of the original value. So this double dotted quarter note would get 1 3/4 of a beat. The 16th note would complete this measure of 2/4. Here is another example. Notice the half note with two dots after it. This is normally worth 2 beats if it's a normal half note. Now we need to do some math. 2 times 1 3/4 gives us 3½ beats that this double dotted half note would last. The 8th note would complete this measure of 4/4. Here we see an 8th note with two dots, followed by a 32nd note. This 8th note with two dots would be the same value as an 8th note tied to 3 32nd notes. The final 32nd note is shown here. It could also look like this. Here is the first example again. Let's look at how else this could have been written. It could have been written like this. Notice it is a dotted quarter tied to a 16th note. This is the same value as a double dotted quarter note. Here is the double dotted half note example again. Let's look at how else this one could have been written. Notice here we have a dotted half note tied to an 8th note. It is the same value as a double dotted half note. So to review, a double dotted note is always 1 3/4 the original value. If you really can't do the math, you can simply hold the note until a new note or rest is written.